This module deals with issues of decolonization, post-coloniality, and essentially looks at the ways in which there are continuities and discontinuities between colonial and post-colonial times. This is a module that's open for all the students of languages and IR history and politics and all the course of politics and international relations. The reason I'm very enthusiastic about this module is because it questions the dominant ways in which you may have studied politics and international relations. It reminds us that coloniality is not over, but it's something that continues today. We cover issues such as violence, dehumanization, the ways in which representations and stereotypes affect and adversely affect certain populations. We cover issues of gender, race, ethnicity, religion, sexualities. And of course, the second part of this module, it's run in broadly two parts. One part is around themes and identities and representations and post-colonial theory, Orientalism, and these kinds of things. And the second part looks at empirical examples of the rise of non-Western powers. While the focus is primarily on China and India, the two largest non-Western powers, we also cover other parts of the world. So, essential message that I want to give from this module is that in order to understand politics and international relations today, we need to go beyond Eurocentric worldview. We need to go beyond the West, and that's what the message is. It involves an essay. It also involves a class presentation and a group work and a report written after that, and you can find all the details in the module handbook. And what I have to say is this is part and parcel of our ongoing effort within the university to decolonize education and decolonize teaching practices.
The module covers theories surrounding Orientalism, identity politics, and it basically just grounded for me a new perspective. And in terms of coursework, so I did an essay on representation, which I found really interesting because I'm really interested in nationalism. And for me, understanding representation from that perspective, it helps me understand like how nation states are built, especially in a post-colonial landscape as well. And I also did a presentation on Chinese authoritarianism and whether that helped them out during the COVID-19 pandemic, which is also very topical as well, which I'll get onto in a bit. It really grounds some of the most topical subjects of today, stuff like Black Lives Matter, discourse surrounding structural racism, etc. Because, you know, in order to understand these things, it's really important to get that historical perspective.
Offer students to critically think and adapt their knowledge through engaging with post-colonial perspectives at different levels, including national, regional, international and global. It allows you to understand different cultures, societies and polities in contemporary post-colonial times by looking through distinctive lenses and becoming more aware of the core concepts of politics. I chose this module because it has given me the opportunity to further learn, adapt and be more critical about the wider world and what it provides by understanding political actors and political developments.
The most important aspect of post-colonial politics and international relations is how they critically assess and clarify arguments of how these post-colonial perspectives are changed and shaped by neo-Eurocentrism, neocolonialism, Orientalism, and how it develops in an interchangeable relationship with development in nowadays world. It has, into some sort of extent, the use of key concepts that come from history, so colonialism and neocolonialism, and how it shapes development nowadays in the relationship between global south and global north, and how these international organizations that link to development, especially that module as well, like energy and Middle East. It interlinks also with identity politics, so like race, ethnicity, gender, sexuality, LGBT community. So all these different factors make this module one of the most adequate in order to understand world and perspectives.